again. The same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Our paths are opening up bigger and better doors for us to be able to, just broaden our minds as well as our realities. So, allow yourself to, you know, expect the unexpected to be coming through your life. You never know how it's going to impact you in a way to move you past everything that you never contemplating on going through. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful, give you good information that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment and just needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation, validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's always appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music you're hearing in the background is from the YouTube channel Good Vibes Binaural Beats. And the title of the meditation music I'm using in the background is called Remove All Negative Blockages, Erase Subconscious Negative Patterns, and Release Unwanted Thoughts. This is so much. I wasn't even paying attention to the meditation, but it goes straight with the content I'm about to do. Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, breaking the cycle of triggered illusions to move forward in your power of truth. I always talk about that all the time. It's true. It's so easy for us to get distracted, and things that, it is supposed to impact our lives in a certain way to acknowledge something within ourselves or in our surroundings that needs to have our undivided attention, and it can be at times when life can be really hectic because, we're all going through times of change and it's just like we constantly hear, we get these signs that, cycles are ending, old doors are closing, you're about to step in and embark a new path of your life, things are getting bigger and better. And it's all about how we choose to focus in on it, all about how we choose to go about it, of not allowing ourselves, the spiritual reinforcements are always around us, whether it's in social media, overhearing somebody's conversation, or, a subliminal post, or, whatever your hobbies choose to be. And, it gathers your attention on what you need to learn within yourself, or there are certain things that you may need to have your undivided attention on, because a lot of times we can move forward and we can be doing something from the old into our lives that may be subconsciously done, where you're doing that mess on purpose, or there are certain things that you had your mind programmed to a certain way, to a certain, hurt, like, whatever megahertz you listen to, like in meditation music, or just even within beats, you can go through your mind, like, basically, if you're one of those type of people, every time you see everything that is one in your life is negative, 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 and it could have happened that way. But they're always about it has to come to a time where you're breaking that cycle of going through that all the time. I used to always relate to the things that I was going through as a painful experience, which it was, but not allowing myself to see, if I didn't go through these painful experiences, how would I really have known myself? And I say that, often, but it's a lot of times we have to remind ourselves of that, because especially when we're going through a lot of things and we don't realize how that currency of what energy holds is how we see ourselves, how we speak of our, our situations, how we, go about our situations, that the words that we choose to fixate on and put into that sentence of how my life is. My life is going through ups and downs, but I know it's going to make me a better person. These life experiences allowing me to either, it's going to teach me how to grow, or it's going to teach me how to stay in a certain situation I'm no longer needing to be in. A lot of people are comfortable with staying in certain situations, loving the old ways, because they know when you're going through the changes of challenges, this takes for you to have to face a lot of things that may be a trigger for you. There's certain things in your life where if you say, you know what, everything is, is really changing for the better. And I have to allow myself to really, you know, face the things that may be a burden to me for me to be able to accept, because you know what your weaknesses are, and the universe knows your weaknesses, and the devil knows your weaknesses. They will, they, like I always say, God and devil go hand in hand. They will place something into your life, and it's going to impact you. It can either impact you to want to see the situation and say, this is not even a part of me anymore, but I'm allowing myself to move forward, because that part of me in my life has helped me grow into a better person. They always say life experiences either make you bitter or better, and it comes to that point where you have to be able to change, that second letter into that manifestation of what you're trying to go through. And it is like a lot of times, it's like, I know yesterday I seen a video, that was going into, breaking, curses of different things that, us as parents, if you're a parent, you've gone through. It's just like with my situation, it was, I'm working hard to try to change that toxic experience that I had within my children. Even though we have had good times, we also had a lot of bad times. And, it's just like you always want your children to do better than you. Well, certain families you're into, your family wants you to do better than them, make better choices, do something better than what their life is offered. Sometimes you're good if you got it raised into a family without no toxic vibes. You didn't have to go through some form of abuse or something into your life. And it is just like going through everything that I see that is taking place in my life makes me know there's more to it than what I'm allowing myself to be. There are certain people are going to panic. We know there's something that's manifesting very huge, that is going to change our lives in the most chaotic way, but it's going to be something that's very good. But there'll be certain people who feel like there's something evil that's coming, and something evil is coming, because they're basing something that has not surfaced yet as something that may scare you. And anything that you are not familiar with, anything that's unknown that you're not used to, is not the norm. That's a lot to deal with. People are like, oh my God, it's the end of times. The mind said this and this and that. It's the end of a cycle. Yes, it is. Restart something else. Like when I say that quarantine and that lockdown gave you a time to really sit and focus on your family, because it's just like something, I pray, I give blessings to all them parents. They got them little kids that's still in school. It's all my kids are, grown. And I know I would have went crazy, with my kids being at home all the time, because a lot of times if you're that parent that's like a homemaker or whatever, or you work from home, that's your peace. Is when they're going to school and you going out. But then it's just like they didn't go to school for almost that whole year. I know there was a whole lot of parents who up here about to lose that last mind, because I know it's just like when my kids used to be in school, Mom, can you show me how to do this? Like, shoot, maybe telling my age, but I said we had simple reading, writing, and arithmetic. I don't know what the heck this is that they got y'all working on right now, but this is, look, we go to see and say, we go on Leap Pad and we'll find some stuff that'll make sense to what you got going on, because this was a whole conundrum for me, you know. But all these different things is making you move forward, and what your power is of your truth is telling you. You can break out of this cycle. Just because the society says you have to do this by this, doesn't mean that you got to go by what they say. It's your choice on how you choose to live your life. If you're not breaking any rules or whatever, you know what I'm saying, work in your life how you see fit. If you want this to come into your life, you're going to go all the way out on making sure that happens. And it's just like when I see a lot of people that, do the same thing I do, or I'm seeing them, doing multitasking. I'm like, dang, that's goals right there. And it's not comparing my life to theirs, but that's wanting me, that I'm allowing myself to see something where I'm seeing how somebody's going for theirs. And they got, I see different social media influencers. I see one girl, I forgot her name. I think her name is Prima Donna. She used to be on Love and Hip Hop, but the girl got her own seasonings. She got a waist trainers now. She got her own pots and pans, her pressure cookers. And I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about. Mama is getting out there. Mama is doing it. And that urges me to, like, you know what, I want to be able to move around like that and have, be a go-getter for what I'm having. She's making her own brand name. She's self-made and doing stuff like that. And that's how they always tell you, be around people that, not idolizing them, but make you want to do better for your life, making you want to be able to go out more for your life. Because some people are okay sitting on their butts and just saying, you know what, I like my life how it is. And I mean, I feel like that's boring, to each his own, just because you may be comfortable with that. Me, I want to be able to have better in my life. I want to be able to know when I'm sitting down resting and I got my life all done where I'm supposed to be in my 70s and 80s and stuff like that, and I'm good. I want to be able to say I went all out for mine. And it's just like, I wanted to be able to, reflect that on my children, to be able to do that for themselves. I didn't have really a good support system growing up the way, I seen my other friends having that. And it was just like my mom would be that type of person for me, but I didn't get it, with the husband of hers. So just being able to do all these things for myself, I'm proud of myself, even though I'm not where I want to be at. I'm getting that mindset of where, creating, manifesting on what I choose to do with my life, allowing me to go move forward. Just because, my life, it started off that way, don't mean my life has to, end that way, the way it started, because my life was very chaotic, but then I allowed myself to really allow what is taking place in my life to help me grow, being able to be open about those different experiences and being able to do different videos. I love what I do. I never knew it was going to get like this when I was doing my videos. But then just being able to, talk about what universe has sent me and what universe has taught me from the things that I go through. And it's just a beautiful thing when people say, Roslynn, I can really relate to what you're talking about. You're telling my story. We're all going through that thing where we have been traumatized in some kind of way, that you had to be able to say, no, no more. My life does not have to continue to be like this. I want my life to be better. I want to be able to create something better for my life, but I'm just trying to shake myself from past experience that impacted my life in a traumatic way, but also in a blessing of a way as well, because it allowed me to, remind myself of what I need to, that spiritual awakening awoke something up in you that has been dormant for so long. And this is telling you, look, we had to have you go through these line of tragedies. We had to make your life fall apart. We had to impact your life in a very traumatic way, where that's the key component to be able to wake up something that needed to, you had to go down a certain measure of lifespans until something's like, okay, well, they don't had enough of this, so let's go ahead and awaken this. And this is just like a whole, I don't even know the word that I want to be able to say for you waking those things up, because it's just like when they hit you with reality, it's talking about all this abuse, all this toxic vibes, whatever you went through was illusions. This is basically you playing in your own movie, and you supposed to be the star, actor, and supposed to be that person that's going to win that Oscar for what you've gone through. It's like, yeah, all these things you went through, that's just an illusion. You moving forward and showing people how to grow from these dark times of your life. Now that's the truth. You can, because some people want to stay, like, they don't know how to get out of that situation where they constantly focused on every bad thing that went in their life. And it's like a day-to-day basis, being able to tell myself, you know what, I'm awakened, but I'm gonna realize that it's a part of my life that I no longer need to carry that. Whatever is taking place in my life doesn't mean I'm a product of what has happened to me in my life, but being that product of a person that has went through these things, but overcome and achieve something just because I went through these things, you know? And it's a blessing when you can have that household where, you didn't have to really work for nothing and everything was blessed upon you. But then it's like, that's fine. Not everybody's life is going to be like mine, but how I feel to go move forward within my life is where I'm creating a structure of something that's bigger and better that can reflect towards the world in some kind of magical way, to where it can give them hope on whatever tragedy they may be going through in their life, saying, you know what, if they can do this, I can do this too. And that's the reason why we had to go through all these things. It had to be set as an example to say, you have that right to change. You have that mindset that you can allow yourself to transform into something so much better. Just because this went on in your life don't mean you have to keep carrying that around like it's a part of you. You know, we carry around pain like it's our best friend, but that has to be that situation where it's time for you to be able to end that painful part of your life and just appreciate what that pain has brought into you. What kind of positive frame of mind did it embark into me to make that, that click, to be able to say, you know what, I can be able to find something very positive out of this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna search for that. And a lot of times it's hard when you have dealt with so much, and especially if you suppressed a lot in your life. And a lot of times just that energy that we carry around manifests something that it feels hard that you can't get out of. But it's all about how you focus on that, how you see the situation. It's just like, I want to be a happy person, but why do these certain things just keep festering up into me? And a lot of times you wondering why that happens, because where you choose to put your mindset at, you have to go ahead and reprogram your mind all over, and being able to say, you know what, this is a part of me in my life that I have to be able to forgive myself for, because I carried this around like this was some accessories. We carried our pain like it was an accessory, but it's just allowing yourself to know, I can allow myself to disconnect from that life, not being able to ignore it, but being able to face it and see what it taught me. Not being able to get vengeance or payback from what has placed in my life, or whatever or whoever has done these things to you. Because it's just like, I had to learn, with me getting vengeance on the people that have done the things to me, it makes me no better than them. And when they have placed this on my life, when I look at my situation, is because this is how they were raised. And when, they had to go through this cycle of that, for me to be that one that says, just because it didn't start off with me, it's going to definitely end for me. I don't want my grandchildren, my children's children, to have to keep on going through society where we feel broken all the time, or you feel less than a person because you have gone through this, or somebody programmed you see yourself as a lesser person, when you can just be able to see, you know what, this happened with me, but you know what, I've grown from this situation taught me so much about myself, so much about how I choose to move forward. I'm looking for my truth. I'm not going to be stuck in that repetitive cycle of what is taking place in my life that got me here, but being able to grow from what has placed me here, so I can be able to, create something bigger, better, and new. But being able to use what I've had take place in my life to be able to show other people, you can do this too. And that's what we're doing. We're all having our, lives play out in other people's lives, for them to be able to see, dang, that person went through so much, and look how much they have transformed their life. They're not even the same person anymore. But it's up to you when you choose to be able to make that change within yourself. You move forward in your power. You moving forward in your truth, and don't let nobody else tell you different. So if it's something positive, if it's gonna grow you or glow you, hold on to that and cherish it at the same time. But if it's not, let it go. So I hope you were able to resonate to the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Lisa Johnston, as well as Danielle Mason, and Tarot Lover 941, and Lee Fernick as well. Much love to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Tell somebody about the channel, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, tell somebody about it. Oh, I'll leave all my contact information at the bottom. So if you want to be able to connect with me, it's just networking, giving you a deeper understanding about your path, purpose, and your gifts and mission. So as well as that, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. I pray that everything you're manifesting in your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and you get it sooner than you actually expected as well. Much love to you. Peace.